Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for January 6th, 2017. I have to say, this is the first time in a long time that I've been down A, at 23rd, B, 23rd, just because I missed one room. One room which, according to Copper, had a ton of scrap and a drone. I want to feel bad, but those are some awesome scores up there. We have Ash White, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a top score of 925. Congratulations. Copper follows at an 899. He probably took some radiation damage. Hossapham with an 885, as well as Existence. SL Sunday also had an 885. I missed that. Somebody F had an 818. Again, probably some radiation damage. Meltdown had an 800. Innocent, 765. Neg, 725, and Machine God at 710. I had a score of 660, which was positive, and I'm still down at 23. I want to be sad. I want to be disappointed, but 67 people played yesterday, and the fact that I can make a 23 and still have a decent score, I didn't take any damage, is in and of itself great. I'm not going to look at today's scores. Definitely want to get in there. Again, keep going blind. I'm really enjoying that, despite the change in my performance. It's hasn't really gone down so much as just settled a little bit. Today we have Remote Power, Ship Surveyor, and Lure. Okay. 3 infestation types on a private A is not a good sign, but the fact that I have Remote Power means I can actually take 2 and go straight back in here. Not 89, remote R9. That powers the entire ship, actually, so that's fantastic. I don't even have to risk a second drone. 3 infestation types does mean that a lot of bad things can happen, but I can work with a lot of them as well. Now that's permanently installed, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and close D5 as well. Oh, thank you. Trap and stun and so much scrap. Okay. Fetch into R8. And we have a turret in here. That's... man. Now, actually, I want to go ahead and take these. 3's going to have to become my accomplice. For now, though, I want this lure over here. Okay, that explains that. R8 is now clear. Oh, that's not good. Come on. Okay. There are 3 defense-activated rooms, or defense-powered rooms, or whatever you want to call them, on this ship. Okay. That tells me this should be clear. The only enemy that will not go directly for defense, or for a lure, is... sentries, and they'll stop at a door. Door 20 no longer responding. That's fine, I don't need it anymore. This ship is amazingly empty. I'm also starting to get a little worried there might be a swarm somewhere on here. A vent, rather. The good news is I have 3 airlocks that I can work with. 3 enemies... see, they're spawning in R8 again. And 21 enemies. Defenses are deactivated. Whew, wow, that was that means there definitely is a vent in this room. No! Oh, because door 5 was open. Okay, right. That actually tells me my 3 infestation types as well. Darn, I'm not going to have sentries to deal with. Also, that means that one of the other turrets is in either 11 or 4. Defenses are deactivated. I've got the lure there, and I've got another lure ready. Here's the vent. Okay. Okay, there's the other defense. Alright, so that could have gone, you know, better or worse. Can't pick it up because it's damaged. And that is it. That was a surprisingly quick ship, considering its size. But lure, if you know how to use it, can get you through pretty quickly. And it certainly works well for me. I do believe I checked all of the terminals except R6. Except R6. The best I can do... The best I can hope for is... Come on, one more. Okay, so what I can do now, that cleared out R6 from slime. I know I don't have any other enemies to work with. So the only thing I have to worry about is slime from other rooms. I can check this terminal. No, I checked this terminal earlier, it just has defense. I forgot that. Okay then, that is it. I have an extra trap and stun, which wouldn't have been bad things to be able to use. It would have been nice to be able to use the trap, but I wouldn't have needed to because I could access the terminals. that had defense on all of them, and no survey, no ship scan. Someone is going to get ship scan, and they're going to clean house. Unfortunately, that is not my fate. My score is 775, which I'm proud of. I had 10 scrap, an extra drone, and 2 upgrades. Currently putting me at second, behind Machine God and Dark God with 805. 805 means 2 additional scrap, which must have come from a ship scan, and unless he had to vent a room that had it because of slime, it sounds like he probably would have been able to get everything on the ship, so there might only be 2 scrap hidden on the ship, which happens. We did have some lower scores, half the current leaderboard, approximately. It does have positive scores, but Ben9583 scored up to 490, and it just goes down from there with at least 3 zeros. Maybe just 2, depending on if the other person is playing, which I can't see. Whenever you have a vent, that is possible. Especially if you're not as familiar with Lure, that's extremely possible. And even if you are familiar with Lure, all it takes is, if you go into that room, if they spawn from the vent, well, I guess let me phrase it from the beginning. They will target a Lure up to 1 room away. The problem is, if they're in a vent, the moment they emerge, they're only targeting the room they're in. At least that's my understanding. Or if something goes into the room that you're in, they're targeting you as soon as they're aware of you, even if there's a lure in the next room. So, if you're going into an open room, that's okay. But if something spawns, then you're a target. That's why I dropped those lures immediately whenever I'd go into a new room, or at least I tried to. I forgot to a couple times. So, nice, good ship. Not too hard. Lots of chances for pitfalls just because of slime. Even though there were 3 very accessible airlocks, it's entirely possible for all of them to get cut off. Or I guess maybe it's not, because you've got defenses on one of them. I mean, I don't know. Slime can do things that just really can be frustrating. As for the Leaper and Swarm, if you got lucky and unlucky and forgot to close the door, I could see that really working against you. So, there's a lot of potential for things to go wrong, there's a lot of potential for things to go right, and there's a lot of potential for interesting circumstances, or at least a little potential for interesting circumstances. So, if you haven't done your own run yet, as I've been saying, I highly encourage blind runs, simply because it does capture the feel of the game, or at least my expectation of the feel of the game, much better. If you have, leave a comment. I'd love to hear of your own experiences. Clearly, not everyone gets the same score. Roy DeCaster scored a 765, which means he took some slime damage. Max Rimmer scored a 715, which means he may have taken a lot of slime damage. And, again, it just goes down from there. Dargard got an 805, probably because of ship scan. And I don't know if that's the best you can do. Maybe 805 is the max. Maybe there was more scrap that he literally couldn't get because slime. That stuff happens. So, post your own experiences. I'd love to read those. And if you have any comments, post those too. If you enjoyed the video, do please like, and have a good day.